name is Amy. This is my first YouTube video and I'm so excited because I am unboxing my new Macbook Pro. And I had to film this because I'm not sure, otherwise some of my friends would believe me that I am officially joining the cult of Mac. So I got this in the mail and it came straight from the factory in like Shanghai. I was tracking it on FedEx all the way from Shanghai, China to my doorstep, and I'm so excited. It hasn't been opened yet, so let's open it up and see what's inside. Got my scissors here. I'm gonna open it up. See what's inside. I feel like dramatic music should be playing. So, I used to be a total Windows PC person, and I didn't even think about joining Macs. I thought they were overpriced, and I don't know, some of the people that own them seem pretty snobby. But then okay, so actually, my camera cut out for whatever weird reason. As soon as I pulled out the beautiful white box from this box and, you know, continued talking to myself like an idiot, the camera had cut out, and so there's like no footage of it, believe it or not. Perhaps, you know, the beauty of this moment was just too pure for the camera to capture. If you're going with that whole, you know, Mac religious experience sort of thing. Anyway, I don't know what was wrong with that, but I'm going to continue to tell you about it because it's still really cool. And, but even though you missed the dramatic part, basically it came out in this fabulous white box. Like, I'm sure many of you have seen this fabulous white box. I was amazed that, you know, all the stuff was in there. And then you open it up and it has this nice foam padding, and the laptop sits right here. And in here you have this, you know, big box with the, you know, the cord, and you have this little, you know, black thing, which has all the manuals and the interesting information in it, which I've already opened up, obviously. And then you pull open the thing. First of all, you remove this plastic cover, and you remove the tissue from the thing, and then you press the on button, and it came on, and it made that wonderful sound that Macs make. And so now I'm, you know, starting to say, as I opened the box and pulled it out and then the camera cut out, is that I never thought I would actually have a Mac. I've always been a PC person ever since I sort of got into computers, in part because, you know, I like to swap things out, I like to change the insides, you know, I like to play with the computer a whole lot. So I felt like Macs were limited. I felt like there was a certain attitude around Macintosh computers, to be honest, the Apple computers, and I knew people who knew them, and, you know, it was this big divide. I wasn't like a PC evangelist. Again, all of these religious words are used to describe this, but, you know, I wasn't a PC evangelist. I wasn't like death to Mac or death to Apple or anything. You know, I didn't really care. In fact, I wondered why people made such a big deal about it. So I never thought I'd own a Mac, and then I actually started out by getting an iPhone. At first I wasn't big on the iPhones because they didn't have the features I want. My first iPhone was the 3GS because, you know, it had the camera, it had the video, it had a bunch of different things that I wanted. So I finally bit the bullet and said, okay, I'll get that, because I knew I needed to transition to a smartphone. And I loved it. I loved how everything worked together. It was really seamless and easy. And then, you know, I'm moving abroad. I need a new laptop. I'm not going to be, you know, opening things up and changing it and playing around as much anymore. That's not really my, you know, hobby as much as it used to be. So I decided, okay, I'll get a Mac. But I haven't completely transitioned because look what else I got. Not this tissue paper. I got this Windows 7 Home Premium. So on Macs you can actually dual boot Windows and the Macintosh operating system. I think Mountain Lion is a new one that came out, which I'm going to need to upgrade to on this. But yes, this way I can keep all my Windows programs. I have Photoshop on Windows, I have Rosetta Stone on Windows, I have Lightroom, I have, you know, so many different really expensive programs that I'm not just going to go out and buy the Macintosh version of them, you know, just so I can, you know, put it on this computer. And so I'll still be able to keep those programs with this, and then because I actually custom ordered this from the Apple website with the 128 gigabyte solid state drive, so that, you know, it's a little bit more durable. I got this to go with it, which is a 1.5 terabyte hard drive. And this is where all my music is going to go. I have like 500 gigabytes of music and all this other stuff. So a lot of things that are not going to fit on this itty bitty 128 gigabyte drive. But you know, all my applications will go on the computer to be on that solid state drive, and then the files and stuff will be on here. I'll have it all backed up. So that was that. And then one more thing, I got this you know, case for it. It's not the most durable case. I didn't want to spend like $80, but it got good reviews on Amazon. It's, you know, pretty, you know, it's supposed to protect against shock somewhat. Obviously, if you drop it on the floor, it's not going to do a whole lot for you, but, you know, just protect it a little bit. Though, I gotta be honest, I'm kind of impressed with the little box it came in. I don't think I can pack this in my carry-on, but I love all the foam and stuff. I think they did a really good job with packaging. I think I'm really impressed with that. So this is a 13.3-inch MacBook. I got this one instead of like the big 15-inch Retina one because I wanted a CD-DVD drive. Again, I'm moving. This is my desktop replacement. If I want to watch DVDs, you know, I don't want to have to rip all of them up, you know, take up more hard drive space on this thing. This is actually not a lot of hard drive space for me. So I don't want to have to rip all my DVDs. I want to take my DVDs with me. You know, I want to be able to, you know, load the software on this without having to do, you know, complicated things like ISO and all this other stuff. Anyway, so that's what I'm, you know, that's the reason I got this one. I'm glad it has the optical drive. I'm glad it has all this other stuff. And I tell you what, I'm very impressed. It's not super light. For some reason I thought it would be lighter than it is. Obviously it's not a MacBook Air, but it is so thin. I mean, like, look at that. Look at the screen. I mean, look at it. And, you know, I love the black. I love the whole design of this. I really do. You know, everyone in my college had one of them. And I gotta admit, they are pretty. But I'm like, that's not a good reason to get a computer because it looks pretty. But, you know, there's a lot of other good reasons to get this. I've heard a lot of people say a lot of positive things about the durability, and you know, I did my research for a while and I decided, okay, it's time to join Cold and Mac. Obviously, with a caveat though, because I'm still gonna have my Windows, so at least until, you know, I eventually transition to Mac only applications. I think, you know, I'm finally kind of come into the Mac family and I'll be comfortable there. I mean, I have an iPhone. I don't have any other Mac stuff. But my mom has an iPad and she has an iPhone, and she's starting to really, you know, like Mac and Apple just because it's easy and it's simple for her. So, you know, it's going to make things great. And I love the fact that on Mountain Lion, you know, I can iMessage her from this computer. You know, we can face chat from this computer to her iPhone, or from my iPhone to her iPhone. You know, when you're living abroad, that's going to be kind of a big deal. So, I find that to be really great. And it's awesome, you know, that when I'm on the internet here, I can text her for free instead of paying like all of these international texting fees. So I'm super excited. This is my Mac, and I'm just going to go through and set it up. And the keys are backlit. It's so shiny. So shiny and pretty. This is my baby. Smell my baby. Oh, I have a text message from my mom. Can you turn on the dishwasher for me? Where is the smoke? What direction? I don't know what direction. On a mountain? That's my answer.